Ti made a well, not Ti, but Tiny made a point of saying that her auntie came along later and told her that she needs to be marrying for security versus marrying for love. And um, the reason I take concern with hearing that piece is because Ti kind of went along the lines of so the ladies they was getting conditioned, they was getting taught or schooled by the OGs back when they was 15, 16 years old, so they was getting the game right. But I would have to question if they was actually getting the game or if they was actually getting taught correctly. And the reason I question that is because if we know or if we're saying that a lot of marriages back then were based on love, we know some of those marriages also was based on duty as well. Then as the auntie who grew up in that era, why would you then come back and tell the younger girl to marry for security? Yep. So if we know for a fact that a lot of our African American relationships were more successful back then, yeah, marriage rates were higher, there was more family units versus individuals. If we know that those folks, or if we're saying that those folks was marrying for love, then once again, why would you come back and tell the next generation to not marry for love when we know that that was more successful? Why would you then come back and tell the next generation to marry for security versus marrying for love? Yeah, I mean, that's concerning hearing that because if we already see outcome and we see what it's yielding, then why would I send you in some different direction when I already have proven results right in front of my face? I saw you come off, Vince. You want to say something, man?
So I believe it's more of a difference. Now people marrying for love and can't stay married for 6 months because love is a feeling. Oh, I love this person, but then when the money runs out or when I find out I'm not happy, then they get divorced. But if you marry for more stability, they say divorce with people who make over 200,000 is a lot less than people who make under 100, because you stand for more reasons. You are staying somewhat for the lifestyle that y'all built together. And I don't see a problem with it.
I just don't think that happiness and love is two different feelings. I actually would say love is more than a feeling. Love requires action. So I don't necessarily agree that love is it just boils down to a feeling. Obviously, feelings are obviously involved with love. But I think happiness and love is different, right? I think that if you truly do love someone, I don't think you would leave them just because you're not happy. Because I think once you've reached a level of real love, genuine love, and I think that's the problem, Vince. I would agree with you in the sense that people don't really know what love is. So people marrying for love these days, you're right, is shallow because they don't really understand what love is, what actual love is, right? Love for them equals infatuation. That's what people are confusing infatuation with love, which is why it's so easy for you to become unhappy and then you don't want to be with the person anymore. I do believe that women then married for love. I do believe that was a large part of it. I don't agree with the narrative that we see a lot in these conversations that women were marrying because they were in survival mode. I don't believe that. I believe that women wanted to be with these men. I think that marriage was valued at that time. I just think being in a relationship with a man, families were valued at that time. And so I think that people were marrying because they knew it was better for them as a whole. Like it was better for them to attack life together. I mean, Tiny's point, even with her interracial parents, like it was better. She said they had to fight a lot of stuff, but she was saying in general, people had to fight a lot. Like our experience here in this country, we were stronger in numbers. We were stronger together. The community was doing better when we had more families. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think now, you see how she said that she had somebody tell her, an auntie, tell her to marry for security, basically marry for financial success.
But I think people divorce today because they married for love. They divorce because they never seen or learned how to work with each other in a relationship. Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's real too. And I have to agree with this one. I think this is why um, we do see so many divorces today. Because first of all, one, they didn't start out on the right foundation, and two, let's just be honest. People today, they lazy. Yeah, ain't nobody trying to put in no work. If stuff start getting a little rough in the relationship or in the marriage, ain't nobody trying to fix nothing. Like, I mean, that's how people's mindsets are today. Yeah, but that's how I know that folks don't truly understand what marriage was about.